Hello and welcome students. I Kumar welcome you again to this amazing platform where we ease your preparation. So today we have brought another beautiful chapter for you, and that is installment. Now when I ask students how do you feel about the questions of installment, so say sir we really struggle on this chapter. So is this chapter really difficult, or is there a mechanism by which we can do the questions very smoothly? So yes, there are many ways of doing this question. So let's learn each method so that we will be very handily or very easily can solve the questions in exam. So how to do the questions? The best way will be through the question. Learning through the question is the best mechanism, I personally feel. So before I start, just go through the question number 1. What the question is saying, okay, what the information we have in the question, just read out. So question says that John has borrowed rupees 2,10,000 from a bank at an interest rate of 10% per annum, compounded annually. The loan was repaid in 2 equal installments, the first after 1 year and the second after the another year. The first installment was interest of 1 year plus part of the principal amount, while the second was the rest of the principal amount plus due interest thereon. The each installment in rupees is okay. So we simply have to find the value of the installment. What will be the value of each installment? And the question has been taken from CAT 2018's paper. Now before we see this, okay, what most of the students do. So simply what they'll see, okay, the principal is 2100. Okay, rate of interest is 10%. So they'll simply find the amount at the end of 2 years. So at the end of 2 years, the amount will be what? It will be 11 by 10 into 11 by 10. And since we have to repay it in 2 equal installments, so we will be simply dividing it by 2 and they will be getting the answer. But unfortunately, this is not the correct answer. If you are doing by this mechanism, okay, and you are getting the answer, this is not a correct answer. Ab aisa kyun? Why this is not the correct answer? Now let's take a very simple example. Suppose I have taken a loan, okay? Suppose I have taken a loan of 100 rupees. At the end of first year, okay, now the value of loan has now become 110. Okay, suppose rate of interest is 10%. I have taken a loan of 100 rupees and at the end of first year, now the value of value has become 110. Now what we are doing, we are repaying it installments. So the first installment will be paid in the first year itself. So if I'll be paying some certain amount on installment, suppose I have paid 60 rupees as the installment, first installment. So even though the outstanding loan was 110, from this we need to subtract 60. We took a loan of 100 rupees, after the year it became 110. But since we are repaying 60 rupees, so what will be the net outstanding value? The net outstanding value will not be 110, it will be only 50. So for the next year, the principal will be only 50, not 110. If we are doing by this mechanism, we are assuming that for the second year also the principal is 110. Lekin principal 110 nahi hoga, principal will be a reduced value. Why? Because you have repaid back certain money to the bank. So that's why this is the correct method. That's why this is the incorrect one. So if this is incorrect, so what should be the correct way? So there are many ways of solving the question. Okay, so basically we'll be learning the 3 methods. First one is the reducing balance concept. Second one is fractions method, and third one is future value method. So let's learn each one one by one. So question number 1. So first one is reducing balance concept. Reducing balance concept means whatever is left, interest will be calculated on only that. Now suppose John has borrowed a loan of 210k, okay, in the year of 2024. So the first installment he'll be paying in the year 2025 itself. Okay, second installment will be paid in 2026. Now see, as my rate of interest is 10%, okay, as my rate of interest is 10%, we have taken a loan of 210k. So at the end of first year, what will be the outstanding value? The value will increase by 10%. So if it will increase by 10%, what will be the present value? The present value will be 11 by 10 times 210k. In 2025, the value of your outstanding loan will be 11 by 10 into 210k. Now what we are doing, from this money, okay, we are paying a part of it as an installment. So suppose we are paying I rupees to the bank as an installment. So this was the net outstanding value. Okay, sorry, this was the outstanding value, and out of this we have paid I rupees to the bank. So now what will be the net value or the principal for the 2025 will be what? Now this will act as my principal, and whatever interest has to be calculated, it will be calculated on this. So if this is your principal, so in 2026 what will be the amount? The amount will be 11 by 10 times of this, because this is the principal. Now left over principal ही है ना, ऐसा तो नहीं होगा ना कि आपने जो पैसा दे दिया उस पर भी इंटरेस्ट पे करोगे. So if this is my outstanding principal, so next year the amount will be 11 by 10 times of that. Why we are writing 11 by 10? Because rate of interest is 10%. Now what we want that the loan should be squared off in 2 installments itself. Now when this gonna happen? This gonna happen only if whatever is the outstanding loan, if it is equals to the value of the second installment. अगर ये वैल्यू सेकेंड इंस्टॉलमेंट के इक्विवेलेंट है, देन ओनली योर लोन विल बी स्क्वायर्ड ऑफ. नहीं तो लोन तो स्क्वायर ऑफ नहीं होने वाला. इमेजिन करो, अगर इसकी वैल्यू 110 रुपीज हो रही है एंड यू आर जस्ट रिपेइंग 100 रुपीज टू द बैंक, स्टिल 10 रुपीज विल बी आउटस्टैंडिंग वैल्यू. So if you want to square off your loan, okay, so whatever is the outstanding loan, it should be equals to the second installment. So simply equate it and we can get the answer. So when I'll be equating it, okay, so it will become, move this 10 by 11 to this side, so it will become 10 upon 11, okay. So here I'll have 11 by 10 into 210k. If you'll move this I to that side, so it will be 10i upon 11 and plus I. So it will be what? It will be 21i upon 11. So this 21 and 21 will get cancelled. ये 0 और ये 0 भी cancelled हो जाएगा. So what will be the value of installment that will be getting? Installment is 11 into 11k, which is 121k. Simply we have to focus on what is left. Okay, reducing balance means whatever balance is left over, we have to pay interest only on that. Okay, let's do one more question for a better clarity. So this is question number 2. Read the question by yourself and try to do it. First of all, give it a try. Okay, if you are able to do it, it's very well and good. Nahi hai, so let's see how to do it. So question suggests that A has lent an amount of rupees 9100 to P, means the principal is 9100. This is to be paid back to A in 3 installments, okay, and it will be 3 equal installments. This has to be paid back in 3 equal installments. If the rate of interest which A charges to B be 20% compounded annually, then what is the value of each installment? So clearly it is very simple that in 3 installments he wants to square off his loan. So what should be the value of each installment? Okay, condition is all the 3 installments should be same. Again, let's take the same example. Suppose we have taken a loan of 9100. As the rate of interest is 20%, so what will be the value of 9100 at the end of first year? So at the end of first year, it will become 6 by 5 times of 9100. At the end of 1 year, the value will be 6 by 5 times of 9100. 20% का fraction क्या होता है? ये 1 by 5 है. Now since the value is 6 by 5 of 9100, out of this we will be paying I rupees to the bank now. So this will be the outstanding value of the loan. Whatever interest or whatever amount will be, it will be because of the outstanding loan. Since the rate of interest is every time 20%, so for the next year it will be 6 by 5 of this value. 6 by 5 of this value. Okay, again this is the outstanding value, and out of this will be paying I rupees to the bank. So this will act as the remaining principal. At the end of the second year, this will act as a remaining principal. Now this value will be again multiplied by 6 by 5. Okay, because this is the principal that is left, and it will be increasing by 6 by 5. And this should be equals to the value of the third installment. Why this has to be equals to third installment? Because we want that the loan has to be squared off in the third installment only. अगर ये दोनों बराबर नहीं होगा तो आपका लोन जो है वो थर्ड इंस्टॉलमेंट से स्क्वायर ऑफ नहीं होने वाला. So we have to make the both third installment equals to it. तो अगर थर्ड इंस्टॉलमेंट इक्वल होगा तो हमें क्या करना है, वी सिंपली हैव टू इक्वेट दिस. लेट्स इक्वेट इट. सो वी कैन से दैट 6/5 इंटू 9100, ठीक है, माइनस आई इंटू 6/5. ठीक है. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट्स मूव दिस 5 टू दैट साइड. सो इट विल बी 5/6. सो इट विल बी 5/6i, and if you will add this I, so it will become 11i/6. Okay, it will be 11i/6. Moving this 6/5, okay, what we will be getting, we will be getting, it will be 55i upon 36. ठीक है, 55i upon 36. Now let's move this I also. So if you move this I, okay, this I, या मैं इधर ही लिख रहा हूं, रुक जाओ. Six by 5 times of 9100 will be equals to 55i upon 36 plus I. Calculating it, we'll be getting it is 91i upon 36. Let's solve it. So 91 and 91 will be cancelled. 5 ones are, and this will be 520. So what will be the value of I? The value of installment is 36 into 120, or it is 216 into 20. So it will be what? 36 into 6 is 216. So it will be 432. 432 and a 0. So the value of the installment will be what? It will be 43200. Means if you have taken a loan of 9100, you want to repay it in 3 equal installments, the rate of interest is 20%, you have to pay 43220 as your installment. So this is what the concept is of reducing balance. Means whatever balance is left off, उस पे ही interest calculate करना है. ठीक है. So this was one of the mechanism. Let's quickly see the another mechanism. The another mechanism is the ratio method or the fraction method. So what we have to do in fraction method? So first of all, see whatever is the rate of interest. My rate of interest is 20%. So if the rate of interest is 20%, what will be the equivalent fraction of it? It will be 1 upon 5. 20% का equivalent fraction क्या होगा? It will be 1 upon 5. Now what do you mean by rate of interest as 20%? It means that if you have taken a loan of 5 rupee, you have to pay 1 rupee as an interest. ठीक है. 20% rate of interest का मतलब क्या है? If you have taken a loan of 5 rupee, you have to pay 1 rupee as an interest. Okay. So अगर मान लो, if I'll be writing the ratio of principal and amount. ठीक है. And amount is what? Amount is a part of the installment. Amount क्या है? Amount and installment both are same thing. So if I am taken a loan of 5 rupees, ठीक है, I have to pay 6 rupees as an amount or the installment for the 1 year, for the first year. But what will happen for the second year? For second year, the ratio will not be 5:6. Instead, the ratio will be 25:36. Simply, we have to take the square of it. अब आप बोलोगे सर ये कैसा आया? Let's see the formula again. The formula for amount is what? Amount is, या amount upon p क्या हो जाएगा? It will be 1 plus r upon 100 raised to the power of t. Means if you want to get the ratio of amount and p, it will be depending on the time also. If the time is 2 years, we have to take the square of it. If the time is 3 years, we have to take the cube of it. So for the third installment, what will be the ratio? The ratio will be 125 and 216. 5 to the power of 1, 5 to the power of 2, and this is 5 to the power of 3. But in the question, it said that it has to be paid in 3 equal installments. And clearly, when I'll be seeing the ratios, here it is 216, here it is 36, here it is 6. Are the 3 installments same? You'll say, sir, no, installments are not same. So in order, what we have to do, we have to make the installment same. So for this, we will be multiplying this by 6. This complete ratio by 6. This complete ratio by 36. Now see, are the installments same? Yes, here also the installment is 36 into 6. Here also the installment is 36 into 6. Here also it is 216. So what is the principal that is used in the first year? It will be 180. What is the principal that is used in the second year? It is 150. And what is the principal that is used in third year? It is 125. So what is the overall principal? This is the principle that was used for the first year. This was the principle that was used in second year, and this was the principle that is used in third year. So what is the overall principle? Simply add it. So it will be 5. 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 5. Okay, and 4. So the total interest that we are getting is 455. But here the interest was 9100. So we can say that 455 units is same as 9100. 455 units is same as 9100. So what will be the value of 1 unit? The value of 1 unit is 2. Oh, sorry, it's 20. So if the value of 1 unit, what was the value of the installment? The value of installment was 216 units. So in terms of rupees, what it will be? It will be 216 into 20. So it's 4320. So fraction method is very simple. Okay. Whatever percentage you have, simply convert it into fractions. Once you have converted into fractions, then write the ratios of principal and amount or principal and installment for each year. For first year, it will be the basic ratio. For the second year, whatever ratios we have, uska square lena hai. If here I have 5 and here I have 6, so I'll be taking 5 square and here I'll be taking 6 square. For the third year, what I'll be doing? I'll be taking cubes of it. Same applies if the time is 2 years. If that applies, same applies if the time is 4 years. So this is what is the question which is based on fraction method. Now let's learn one more method, and that is a very important method, which is a future value method. Let's do the same question with the help of future value method. ठीक है, future value method का मतलब क्या है कि whatever interest you are paying or whatever loan you have taken at present, what will be the value of that money in future. ठीक है, फ्यूचर वैल्यू का मतलब क्या है या इस कंसेप्ट में करना क्या है, वॉट एवर मनी टुडे आई हैव, उसका वैल्यू फ्यूचर में क्या होने वाला है. ओके, नाउ सी, वी हैव टेकन अ लोन ऑफ 9100 and the rate of interest is 20%. It means that every year your value of money will increase by 20%. If you have taken a loan of 9100, इसका मतलब क्या है, and the rate of interest is 20%, every year your value will increase by 20%. So imagine करो कि if suppose we have taken a loan in 2024, ठीक है, 2024 में हमने 9100 रुपीज का लोन लिया. So what will be the value of it at the end of 25, 26 and 27? ठीक है, 3 installments we have to pay, right? So one will be paid in 2025, second one will be paid in 2026 and third one will be paid in 2027. So what will be the value of 9100 in the end, at the end of the third year? Every year the value of it is increasing by 20%. अगर 2025 में देखोगे तो इसकी वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी? It will be 6/5 times of 9100. Now this is the present worth. So in 2026, what will be the value? It will be 6/5 times of 6/5 into 9100. And in 2027, what will be the value? It will be 6/5 ka cube, directly I'm writing, into 9100. So the money that you have taken in 2024, what will be the future worth of that in 2027? So in 2027, the future worth of that will be this much. आपने आज तो लोन लिया, ठीक है, और उसका फ्यूचर वर्थ क्या हो जाएगा? इट विल बी 6/5 टाइम्स ऑफ होल 3 into 9100. नेक्स्ट, सपोज द लोन विल बी स्क्वायर्ड ऑफ विद द रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट एज आई. अगर आई रुपीज से मेरा लोन स्क्वायर ऑफ हो रहा है, तो जो फर्स्ट इंस्टॉलमेंट आई बी पेइंग, इट विल बी पेड इन ईयर 2025. इफ यू हैव टेकन अ लोन इन 2024, सो एट व्हाट टाइम विल बी पेइंग द इंस्टॉलमेंट्स? द फर्स्ट इंस्टॉलमेंट विल बी पेड इन 2025. So the first installment is paid in 2025, but we have to find कि 2027 में इसका worth क्या होगा, because ultimately the loan is getting squared off in 2027. ठीक है, आपने I rupees 2025 में deposit किया है, but what we have to see, what will be the worth of it in the year of 2027. Since the rate of interest is 20%, so this value will also increase by 20%. तो अगर ये 20% से increase करेगा, it will become 6/5i. Further, this is the present worth and this will again increase by 20%. तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? 6/5 का स्क्वायर into i. The installment that you paid in 2025, उसका 2027 में present worth क्या है? It's 6/5 whole square into i. Similarly, the installment that you are paying in 2026, we are paying it in 2026. What will be the present future worth of it in 2027? In 2027, will it be 6 by 5 times of I? And the last installment will be paid in 2027, so it will be I itself. इसका फ्यूचर प्रेजेंट वर्थ यही है, 2027 में आप पे करने वाले हो तो 2027 में यही वैल्यू है. सो वॉट एवर इंस्टॉलमेंट्स यू हैव पेड, ठीक है, द टोटल वैल्यू ऑफ द इंस्टॉलमेंट शुड बी इक्वल टू द टोटल फ्यूचर वैल्यू ऑफ द मनी. अगर ये दोनों सेम होगा तभी तो आपका लोन स्क्वायर ऑफ होने वाला है. समझ में आया क्या बोल रहा हूं मैं? whatever installments you have paid, you want that your loan to be squared off in 2027. तो whatever installments you have paid, ठीक है, और उसका जो भी वर्थ होगा 2027 में, अगर ये सभी को कंबाइन कर ये इसके इक्विवेलेंट आए तभी तो आपका लोन स्क्वायर ऑफ होने वाला है. अगर ये इसके इक्विवेलेंट नहीं आएगा तो आपका लोन तो स्क्वायर ऑफ नहीं होगा. देयर विल बी आइदर डेफिशिएंट ऑफ मनी और देयर विल बी आइदर एक्सेस ऑफ मनी. बोथ वी डोंट वांट. बैंक भी आपका पैसा नहीं लेना चाहता और बैंक अपना पैसा छोड़ना भी नहीं चाहता. सो इफ यू वांट टू स्क्वायर ऑफ द लोन, ओके, what we have to do, simply equate it. So it will be 6 by 5 cube into 9100. ठीक है, 6 by 5 cube into 9100. Simply if you will take I common, ठीक है, so first one is 6 square by 5, second is 6 by 5, and then we have 1. Now, is it a GP? 1, 6 by 5, 6 by 5 whole square. Is it a GP? Yes, it is a GP. ठीक है, so how to solve it? अब बस इसे सॉल्व ही करना है. ठीक है, इसको सॉल्व कर लो एंड you'll be getting the answer. अब आप बोलोगे सर ये तो थोड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स लग रहा है, बट दिस इज द बेस्ट मेथड टू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन. क्योंकि अगर मान लो क्वेश्चन ऐसा आ गया इन विच द टाइम इज 10 years, you have to repay it in 10 installments. ठीक है, हम अगर रिड्यूसिंग बैलेंस कंसेप्ट से भी करेंगे क्वेश्चन तो डेफिनेटली होगा, बट इट विल टेक अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम. But in this case, it will be easy. Why? Because we can directly apply the concept of GP here. Actually, we have to simply get the sum of a GP. ठीक है, so simply get the sum of a GP. और even if you don't want to get the sum of GP, ये तो सिंपल है, आप इसका होल स्क्वायर ये करके क्या बोलते हैं एलसीएम लेकर सॉल्व कर लो. ठीक है, so simply we have to solve this equation now. So I'm erasing the parts which I don't need now. ठीक है, इफ यू वांट टू यूज द कंसेप्ट ऑफ जीपी, आप जीपी भी सॉल्व कर सकते हो. अगर आपको जीपी नहीं सॉल्व करना, आप सिंपली डायरेक्ट सॉल्व कर लो. कैसे? सी व्हाट विल बी द एलसीएम ऑफ इट? This will be 36 by 5, sorry, 36 by 25. Okay, this will be 6 by 5 and this will be 1. If you'll take the LCM will be 25. This is 36, this will be 30 and this will be 25. So 36 plus 30 is 66, 76, 86, 91. So this one is what? This one will be 91 by 25. So what we are getting? 6 by 5 whole cube into 91000 is equals to I times of 91 upon 25. So this 91 and this 91 will be cancelled. Okay, so we'll be left with 100. ये 5 square और ये 25 cancel हो जाएगा, so we'll be left with a 5. This is 5 cube, right? अगर इसको simplify करोगे, this is 20. So ultimately we'll have 6 cube, which is 216 into 20. So answer to the question will be again what? It's 4320. So whichever mechanism suits you, ठीक है, you can do the question by that. Either reducing balance concept, ठीक है, future value concept or the fraction method. But when the question comes related to SI, for SI we can only solve the question using future balance method only. SI के लिए जब आपको क्वेश्चन करना होता है, we can solve the question only with the help of future balance method. कैसे जरा देखना. So for example, this is the third question, and in this, the annual installment that will discharge a debt of rupees 47250 due 3 year hence at rate of 5% simple interest. Now what do you mean by due 3 year hence? Due 3 year hence का मतलब ये है कि ये जो 47250 रुपीज है, ये आज का वैल्यू नहीं है. 47250 रुपीज you have to pay at the end of the third year. ठीक है, एट द एंड ऑफ द थर्ड ईयर दिस मच मनी इज ड्यू 47250. सो व्हाट विल बी द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ दिस, वी डोंट नो. यानी ये प्रिंसिपल नहीं है, ठीक है, दिस इज नॉट द प्रिंसिपल दैट यू हैव टेकन एंड यू हैव टू रीपे इट इन 3 years. ये एक्चुअल अमाउंट है दैट विल बी दैट यू हैव टू पे एट द एंड ऑफ द थर्ड ईयर. एक्चुअल अमाउंट दैट यू हैव टू पे एट द एंड ऑफ द थर्ड ईयर. ठीक है, सो अगर ये नहीं होता देन वी वुड हैव यूज द इन ऑर्डर. अगर मान लो प्रिंसिपल गिवन होता तो हम अमाउंट ऐसे निकालते, अमाउंट विल बी प्रिंसिपल प्लस इंटरेस्ट. बट हियर डायरेक्टली अमाउंट इज गिवन, दिस इज नॉट द प्रिंसिपल. Now again, since we have to repay it in 3 equal installments, suppose you have taken a loan in 2024. First installment will be in 2025, second installment will be in 2026, third installment will be in 2027. ठीक है, and the loan that you have to square off in 2027, इसका वर्थ कितना है, it's 47250. 47250 का रुपीज आपको देना है एट द एंड ऑफ 2027. नॉट, दिस इज नॉट द प्रेजेंट वर्थ. सो फर्स्ट इंस्टॉलमेंट दैट विल बी पेइंग इन 2025. सो इन दिस इंस्टॉलमेंट हाउ मच इंटरेस्ट विल बी देयर. देखो, फॉर द फर्स्ट ईयर इंटरेस्ट विल बी ऑफ 5%. दिस इज सिंपल इंटरेस्ट, ओके. एंड फॉर द सेकेंड ईयर अगेन इट विल बी 5%. सो टोटल इंटरेस्ट विल बी व्हाट, 5 + 5 10%. The installment that you are paying in 2025, ठीक है, this is not a CI, this is simple interest. तो जो पहला इंटरेस्ट होगा that will be 5% and for the second interest again it will, second year again it will be 5%. So overall जो इसमें इंटरेस्ट लगेगा it will be 10%. Means this value will increase by 10%. So if this value will increase by 10%, it will be what? It will be 11 by 10 times of I. ठीक है, 11 by 10 times of I in the year of 2027. You have deposited in 2025 और इसका 2027 में ये वैल्यू है. The second installment will be paid in 2026. So what will be the value of this installment in the end of 2027? So since the rate of interest is 55%, it will increase by only 5%. तो अगर ये 5% से increase होगा, it will be 21 by 20 times of I. And the last installment will be paid in 2027 itself. So combination of all the 3 installments should be equivalent to this money. So we can say that 11I plus 21 by 20I plus I should be equals to this. Again, if you take I common and take the LCMs, so 20 will be the LCM, okay. So this is 22, this will be 21 and this will be 20. So 22, 21 and 20, so it's 63 I guess, okay. So we are getting 47250 equals to 63 into I upon 20. Let's simplify it. So अगर मैं 4725 को डिवाइड करूं 63 से, it's coming as 75. Okay, so 75 into 2 is 150 and we have 3 zeros. So if you want to square off your loan, okay, of worth 47,250 in 3 years of time, okay, every year you have to pay 15,000. Again, don't get confused, this is not the principal, this was not the present value of the principal. ये वैल्यू ये नहीं कि आपने जो 2024 में लिया. 47250 is the amount that you have to repay at the end of the third year. From the question we have to see this money is due in 3 years. ठीक है, आप बोलोगे सर मैंने 15,000 का इंटरेस्ट दिया, 15 into 3 का तो 45,000 ही हो रहा है, मेरा प्रिंसिपल तो ज्यादा है, मेरा अमाउंट कम है. ठीक है, डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज्ड विद इट. लेट्स ट्राई वन मोर क्वेश्चन ऑन सिंपल इंटरेस्ट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4, इट सेज दैट द एनुअल इंस्टॉलमेंट दैट विल डिस्चार्ज अ डेप्थ ऑफ ₹4200 ड्यू इन 5 years. ठीक है, 4200 and it is due in 5 years. Again, amount is given that has to be paid in the 5th year. It's not the principal again. The rate of interest is 10%. So if the rate of interest is 10%, तो जो first installment you will be paying, the first installment will be in the bank for 4 years because you will be paying the installment at the end of the first year. तो 4 years में ये कितना increment दे देगा, 40%. So 40% means it will be 14 upon 11. Sorry, 14 upon 10. The second installment will be in the bank for 3 years. So 3 years में it will become 13 upon 10. Next, जो सेकेंड इंस्टॉलमेंट होगा इट विल बी 12 upon 10. ठीक है, 20% से इंक्रीज करेगा. जस्ट अ मिनट, 20% इंक्रीज करेगा ना, हाँ। फिर नेक्स्ट जो वैल्यू होगा वो 1 साल के लिए बैंक में रहेगा, सो इट विल बी 11/10। और फाइनली जो 5th इंस्टॉलमेंट है वो तो आई रहेगा। कंबाइनिंग ऑल दिस इंस्टॉलमेंट वी हैव टू स्क्वायर ऑफ अ लोन ऑफ 4200। ओके, अगेन वी कैन टेक 10 एज द एलसीएम। तो अगर 10 एलसीएम है, सो इट विल बी व्हाट, आई इज कॉमन, सो इट विल बी 14 प्लस 13 प्लस 12 प्लस 11 प्लस 10 equals to 4200। 10 20 30 40 50 54 57 57 plus 2 59 and this is 60। so I is 60 upon 10 into 4200। 0 cancel हो जाएगा, 6 cancel हो जाएगा, so it will be what, it will be 700। so the installment that you have to pay every year to square off your loan of 4200 due in 5 years is 700 rupees। okay, so this was the last question for you today। so I believe that whatever concepts we did, okay, we did some amazing concepts, so all the concepts are also clear and the questions that we did also are clear। please practice more for your better results, okay। and if you want to learn how you can crack CAT 2024 GD and PI everything to get into IIMs, means a proper package for your top B schools in just one attempt, so for your personalized approach, the link is given in the description। and for more informative videos like this, or for more videos of like this, you can join the channel, okay। one more thing, if there is a special request from any one of you to discuss any particular paper of any particular year of any particular exam, you can also write down on the chat box। so with this, I am signing off. Let's meet for the next lecture on another day. Thank you and have a nice day ahead, everyone।